All right. Before we take any more calls, I would like to go back to Dre. Dre, are you still with us?
I'm right here, bro. Listening.
Awesome.
What's up?
All right. Awesome.
Yeah.
I wanted to just kind of go back to what you were saying. I know you're a barber, and you have the I guess kind of the rare behind the scenes of talking to all kinds of black men, like you said, from just a guy who's making kind of barely minimum wage to probably guys who are making six figures. I mean, give us kind of a peek into just like what are you just seeing overall? I mean, we talked about it a little bit earlier, but what are you just seeing? You say you see that things are kind of going backwards. I mean, why, in your estimation, why do you see this going backwards? Why do our men not see the value in relationships, in marriage, in building with our women? Why is that?
For the most part, our society has become so selfish. You know what I'm saying? In men and women.
Yeah.
No one wants to invest. No one wants to invest in anything. Everybody, even right, like everybody wants that microwave turnaround. You feel what I'm saying? Everybody wants that microwave turnaround. And what I mean by that is it's quick. You know what I'm saying? 6 to 8 months, we in love. Oops, she got pregnant. We never take the time to just invest in each other, meaning conversation, dating, courting, whatever term you want to use. We don't take the time to get to know the person that we're interested in. It's like it's a race to get to the bed, and people don't understand. People don't know, and even if your mindset not here, once you have sex with a person too early, you really stop growing and stop knowing that person. You know what I'm saying? Because your mindset changes. Even if the sex is good or bad. If the sex is bad, you're going to give it another shot to see was it really that bad. And if the sex is good, that's
right.
all you're going to want to do now. You know what I'm saying? So let's take it off of, out of sex. If right now, like you say, I got clients that, make minimum wage in college. I have the corporate America people that make six figures, and I have people that make $1 million, $1 million. So with the lower totem pole of men that make, that's not financially stable like what they want to be, they can't take you out to Bob Chin's or Ruth Chris or all of these expensive places. And sometimes women already have a standard and what they will and will not, settle for. Whether, his attire, his car, and men do too. You know what I'm saying? But from a man's point of view, not saying, you got to take everything, at least let him show you that he is willing to grow. You feel what I'm saying? At least let him show you that this is a job to help me get to my next destination. And with women also, you know what I'm saying? Women might be in between, she might work at a department store, she might be in college, the same thing. And men do the same thing. Oh, no, I ain't going to take care of nobody. It's not that she didn't ask you, or he didn't ask you to take care of him like his mother. He asked you to, I'm interested in you or her. If you really want to take this journey with me, let's walk it. Let's walk it out. Let's put our theme song. I got an idea. Let me share my dream. Let me share my thoughts with you. Help me to get to the next level. I help you get to the next level. People selfish. You know what I'm saying? People are selfish. They're not willing to help you. You know what I'm saying? They're not willing to share your posts on Instagram, on Facebook.
Right.
We live in a society of selfishness.
Hey, Blair and Dre, I want to take a note of what's happening right now, and then what, we had the last caller. And if we just look at all of our shows, so one of the things that, Dre, the intent of this radio show was to get rid of some of the myths that women have about men. And one that we seem to be killing is most men really don't want to be a player. The second myth is most men won't talk. They don't communicate. They don't say anything. And every show we've had, men have gotten on this call and just talked. They've been very open. They've been transparent.
I'm gonna give you something.
Maybe it's not that men don't want to talk. Sometimes maybe women don't want to hear everything that a man has to say. And that's part of the reason this show is called Straight Talk, because we want to have men who can just talk straight. We welcome women calling, but, we need women to hear how men really think when we really talk. And we really will, but if you try to shut us down because you don't like what we're saying or you don't understand what we're saying, or you try to manipulate what we say, men really will talk and work things through. And I just need women to take that note, that this idea that men don't communicate is false. I don't know who made it in the media,
yeah, for sure it is.
But it needs to be thrown away, because men will talk.
Right.
Men, it's two things.
Dre, you have something to say, and I want to get right to you. I just want to say we have several callers on the line, and I'm going to get right to the callers. But, Dre, go ahead and finish your point real quick, and I'm going to get to the next call.
It's only two things. A man has to trust the woman that he's talking to. You can't make a man feel like a child while he's talking to you. You got to give him your undivided attention. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because right away, if we feel like we talking, you making us feel dumb, you're not really paying attention to us, we're going to shut down. And after a week, after a month of that, we're not going to talk to you. That's why we talk to the woman at work. That's why we talk to the woman that we bowl with. That's why we talk to the woman, our friend. Because a couple of times our wife or our girlfriend, long-term or whatever, someone we're interested to, something that we said and you made it probably sounded off because you don't understand, we shut down. So that's where the myth comes from, because we don't share it with a woman that makes us feel stupid while we talking, and while we talking, we are very passionate. So if we seem to you as weak, we weak, oh man, he tripping, and then you go tell your girl, let me tell you what this said. Oh really? So yes, I shut down.
Yeah.
And that's where my friend come in, the new friend that I'm texting, or the old friend that I'm texting and calling. And I'm talking to her because she don't make me feel like a child. She don't make me feel like your son.
She doesn't judge.
She don't make me feel like I'm talking stupid.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So men do talk.
I tell women.
But you got to be.
I tell women once it happens, just go ahead and get another boyfriend, because he ain't gonna never be the same. Once a guy gets emasculated, you might as well just go get another dude, because he's either he's just going to basically look for an out in that relationship, or he's going to do things, and you know what I mean, he's going to do things in the relationship to basically counterbalance the fact that you make him feel like a sucker.
And he's going to sabotage the relationship.
Exactly.
Every conversation, he's going to sabotage that joint. It can be going good in the female mindset, but he gonna be like, man, it's gonna be that time. What's wrong with you, man? Ain't nothing wrong with me. And then because we didn't address that issue 6 months ago last year when we first met, it's gonna come up, and then the female gonna be like, oh, why didn't you say? Now it's an argument. Now it's shut down again because we never addressed the issue of what made me shut down back then.
Right. So that's a point. Right. That's a point to be taken. And Blair, please go to the call. But men, address it. Don't let it just get away and shut down. Address it and talk about it.
Right. Absolutely.
If someone shuts you down.
Thing. I agree with you 100%. Don't let it fester. And the other thing I'll just add to what you had said earlier, Ted, is that I think what's happening is men haven't had a venue or a platform to basically talk about some of their feelings, some of their thoughts and everything. When I say feelings, I don't mean that, men are just sitting on the edge of the bed crying with a tissue in their hand.
Right.
That's not feelings.
Right.
Feelings is,
but
I feel a certain way. Yeah, go ahead.
We do cry. We cry, bro.
Yeah. I'm not disputing the fact that we don't cry. Yeah.
But just because our significant other or our close love, just because you don't see us, I promise you, we get into the mode when we sit in our cars before we go in the house. We talk on the phone before we go in the house. You know what I'm saying? We drive around the block because you still up to you. Right. Because right now I'm guarded.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you wonder why.
Right.
I've been off. Where you been? I stopped by the bar. Why we stopping by the bar? Because the bartender or that one young girl up there, and I'm finna tell her everything. Then I come home to you, have sex, go to bed, and then we good.
Right. Yeah, and then and the one thing I've talked to men, all over, and they say when I try to tell her that, she just rolls her eyes or smacks
All
her
day.
teeth or sucks her teeth or whatever. And it's like, you better listen to that guy. If you don't want to be with him, let somebody else have him. You go do you. You let him do him. But if you really want this relationship, you better act like you know and get your face straight and get your mouth straight. And that's what a lot of our sisters don't get. Part of it is our fault. Part of it is black men's fault. But a large majority of it is basic, kind of learning and just simply controlling your face, controlling all those little smart remarks that you want to say. So, like I said, a lot of it's just a lot of men have not had the platform to speak about a lot of just a lot of things that they have on their mind. That's why we created this show. That's why even on social media you see this backlash of women saying, "Oh my goodness, men are just, oh my goodness." Well, nobody said nothing for 30 years when women were out there saying all sorts of bad things about black men. So it's not a tit for tat. It's now we have options and opportunities to speak about a lot of things that are going on in our community as well. So hold the line for just a minute, Dre. I want to